Hello there. I wanted to go over with you the way that we're going to do the presentations for advocacy work that you've been doing and the projects that you've been working on. We're going to do all of the presentations in week 14 of the advocacy classes. So the very last week, we don't have a final test in this course, so we're using week 14 to do the presentations. And I've created a threefold example again of how I want you to set this up so that we can move through these and we can have the display very similar to what we did in the families course in the fall. So across the top of your threefold board, and again you can use any threefold board that you want, advocacy topic, your group's topic, pretty straightforward. On the left hand side in the first panel, I want you to put a summary of your research findings. So you've already done that. You can start that anytime. All of your group members have answered their own questions. So I want you to simply just put a list of the questions and then to have a summary of each person's work. So you don't have to take the whole assignment that you did and handed in already, just the highlights of what you found out, a summary of that, so that when people look at it, when they look at all of the questions and all of the summaries, they get a full picture. So a summarization of your answer to the questions. And you put that here. In the center part, this is the action plan. This is what you actually did to make your ideas about what should happen come into real life. So when did you do that? So just we did this on Monday, April, blah, 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 whatever you did. And you can tell me where you did it, if it was online, if it was in the college setting up a table, whatever it is that you've done. I want you to identify really clearly here in this section what type of action was your plan. Was it to make people aware? Was it to give them education, so increase their awareness? Or was it to persuade them that they need to help support something? So think about that and put that in your presentation. Then photos of you doing your action. So make sure if you're setting up a table or if you're going to hand out pamphlets or whatever you're going to do, make sure that you get photos of that. Web pages if you created them, and here I would suggest that you can just say something about we created a web page, we created a Facebook page, we were using an online survey or a poll, and then you could have your laptop there with it running so that it becomes a live demonstration. Results, how did it go? So if you set up a table, did you get a lot of people? Did you set up a website or a poll or a Facebook page? Did you get a lot of people? And why? Why do you think that happened? How did it go? And then challenges. What would you do in your group to change your approach if you were going to do this particular kind of strategy again? So what worked well? What didn't? Why did it not work well? What were the challenges? Was it getting a table? Was it getting it set up where you wanted it to be? Was it getting people to know about your traffic on your website and getting them to your website? Was it getting people to take the surveys? Whatever it is, that's what I want here. I want references for all of your work. So if you used a website, a reference for that website. So whether it's like you created something on Weebly, whether you created a Facebook page, the location of that Facebook page, so the actual address, because I want to be able to go and take a quick look at it again on my own, separate from the presentation, because I'll be moving around the room and I want to have a chance to go back and review your work. And references, a master list, not for each person's question, but a master list of what all resources you use. So that can be a compilation of all the ones that you used individually made into one master list. And again, the names of the people in your group. So that's what I'm expecting us to set up in week 14 in the classroom, and then we'll do the same as we did with the families class. We'll go around and make sure that you go around to every part of the presentations and see what people did and how they did it, ask them questions and be involved, be courteous, be polite. This is the last thing that you'll do together, so I want you to really experience this sort of wrapping up assignment of how you present present your work and how you interact with each other. Thanks. See you soon.